Coming to you live from Tampa Bay, Health Info Radio is proud to present The Pulse with your host, Carol Ann, your tough love administrator.
Welcome, everybody, to The Pulse, where you are always up to date with the latest, greatest health and fitness information. I am your host, Carol Ann, your health and fitness expert, or AKA your closet couch potato. And everybody, it is 9/11/2012. So please take a moment today to remember those that were involved in the sad situation that we had on 9/11, the World Trade Centers, the Pentagon, and also in Pennsylvania, and all those families, and everybody's still recovering from that incident that occurred back on 9/11. So just take a moment and remember those families. Our hearts go out to everybody across the world that was affected on that day. So just wanted to put that out there and just in remembrance today. Well, again, today, the show is exploding with lots of good health and fitness goodies for everybody. And once again, I am here all by myself today. And the reason why is because I've got a lot of good information that I've been researching for you all online and also in peer-reviewed journals. Because, as always, you guys are asking fantastic questions out there. You really want to know, what is the deal? How in the world can I really be healthy? Can I really be fit? How can I reach my specific goals? There's so much information out there that you really want to get down to the truth, to the nitty-gritty, and I have that here for you today. So we are going to be talking about what is trending in the health and fitness industry for the majority of our time today. And then later on, we are highlighting a fantastic program called the E84 Challenge by Evolve Health. And we have thousands of individuals out there that are participating in this program. And we want to keep up to date on their results, on their progress. And so every show we bring on an E84 challenger to talk about their progress and what is working for them, because they may have a nugget that you can take away with you towards your health and fitness journey. So these are just everyday average people that are working a system, they're following a system, they're having huge results, and so they're going to share with you some positive, inspirational information that you can take with you and apply it to your personal health and fitness journey. So I want to also say hello to Nolan Ray out there. How are you, Nolan?
Good.
Good. What are you eating in there?
Eggs.
Oh, okay, good. I hope they're like with the egg whites, or do we have yolks in there, or what do we got?
They look yellow.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's okay. You know, they've got a lot of information about there. Don't eat the yolk, eat the yolk, bad cholesterol, good cholesterol. You're good to go, Nolan. You can handle it. It's all good. Eggs are good. So, hey, how's that Mountain Dew kicking the habit working for you these days?
I did not drink any Mountain Dew. I have not. I did, however, drink a very small Sprite.
Okay.
And I regretted every moment of it. So.
You do? Why? Because your body is rejecting it a little bit now that you're used to not having it in your system, or what is that?
I thought that that Sprite would be a good substitute for Mountain Dew, but it's not even. No, there's nothing.
Not at all.
No benefits at all. And then after I drank it, it says no caffeine in it. So I was like, this is pointless.
Yeah, it's like drinking decaf coffee, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so what's the point? I mean, it doesn't really taste that great anyway, so.
Someone says it's for kids. Sprite's for kids.
Sprite's for kids. Hey, listen, we had a fantastic party Sunday night. We had a red carpet event. And we had lots of awards that were given out. And, I just wanted to take a moment to give props to you, because that was a phenomenal red carpet event that we had. And it also went out to support Foster the Arts, and a fabulous organization out there. And so, Nolan, can you tell us a little bit more about Foster the Arts and share with us the organizations that we were out there supporting Sunday night?
Yeah, sure. I would love to. On every website, there's a link on healthinforadio.com, And you can see Foster Arts. You can click on it and go. It's fosterthearts.org. A lot of people are getting confused in fostering arts.
Okay.
It's kind of Fostering Arts is another organization that helps out communities with setting up musical programs and things like that. So
Awesome.
anyway, what we do is we team up musicians, entertainers, actors, directors, anybody in the arts world. I'm sure health can fit in there somewhere.
Yeah,
There's
of
gotta be
course.
some health.
Yeah, well, when you're playing a trumpet, that's really good for your lung capacity.
There you go.
And drumming is very active
I know.
and
I've
yeah,
always
burning
wanted
a
to
lot
be
of calories. Are you a drummer?
I always wanted to be.
Oh, okay.
With
Well,
the energy I have, I could figure it out.
absolutely.
I kind of look like a crackhead. I move so much. But no, I'm not though. I'm not. Definitely, I'm a Mountain Dew head. Anyway, but yeah, we team up people and with musicians, entertainers, directors, with foster children. So
I love it. I love it. And so, you have a phenomenal story and you were able to coordinate that whole event Sunday night. And that was huge. We had the red carpet. We had photographers out there. I felt like a movie star and the paparazzo out there just pretending.
Have you seen any of the photos?
I have not seen any of the photos.
I'll show you.
Where are they? Are they on Facebook
I get more and more every day, but people keep. Yeah, and I'll show you after your show.
So what is the Facebook page? Do you have it on your Facebook yet?
I do not have it on there yet, but I will update photos as time goes on.
All right, very good. And what is the Facebook page so that we can direct everybody there that they can see? Can we share that or is that private information?
Well, it's my Facebook page, Nolan Ray. Facebook.com/Nolan Ray, RAAY with 2 A's.
All right, so then I will take those and then I will share them on my Facebook page as well. And so that would be Facebook.com/Carol Ann Misfit. Did everybody get that written down? But you guys should know that already. We had a great time with the red carpet, and
you won an award.
I got a couple of awards.
I have a drum roll.
Yes.
Let me see if I can figure it.
Can you find it?
I mean, this is for pure ambiance drum. Oh, that's not it. Okay,
no.
Hold on, right here.
Oh, come on. Timing is everything. I got one of the People's Choice Awards.
Yes, and
one of the Best Show Awards for health and fitness.
Health Info Radio.
Hey. Yeah, so you guys you got it right. You've got 2 awards here for the Pulse. So now when we intro the Pulse, we can say award-winning.
That's right.
Health and fitness
not many
show,
people
The
won
Pulse.
2 awards.
Hey.
Not many people did.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right,
I think
kudos.
there might have been 2 or 3 other shows that won 2 awards.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? I'm very excited. I'm very proud, and thank you for interacting with us today because that was a phenomenal event, and congratulations on that. Being able to hook up foster children with the arts and really give them something that they can focus on. So, all right, gang. So right now what we have what is called the Hydrate Alert. And this is a point in the show where we talk about the importance of remaining hydrated throughout the day. Not only is this going to help keep your metabolism boosted, with water, at least 64 ounces a day, depending on your weight and also depending on your activity level. But not only are you going to have your metabolism boosted throughout the remainder of the day to give you energy, but it's also going to help flush out all that bad stuff in your body. It also helps to suppress your appetite throughout the day to where you're not snacking as often. You're going to feel more energy. You're not going to feel lethargic. So in the afternoon, particularly, if you're feeling like you're hitting that afternoon slump, it may not be that you're tired. It may be that you are dehydrated. So throughout the show, we have what's called the word of the day. And every time you hear that word, take a guzzle for your muzzle. That's take a drink for your muscle because you need to fuel those muscles with water as well. The word of the day today is workout. So I'm sure we're going to mention that word a lot throughout the show today. So be sure to take what I like to call guzzle for your muzzle, a 10-second chug of your water. And that is just to remind you to stay hydrated every day. And you're going to find a lot of other things falling into place for you if you do that. All right, so I told you that we are going to be discussing what is trending in the industry, and I found some information, and I wanted to see what are our health and fitness experts talking about out there? And I do belong to an organization within LinkedIn, and I'm sure many of you out there, if you are a professional and you are socially interacting with other professionals, LinkedIn is the way to go. And so I belong to a group called Fitness Professionals Networking Group, and I went on there and I wanted to see what are we talking about as professionals, or maybe they have, now these are people, these are personal trainers, these are gym owners, these are physical therapists, anybody in the health and fitness professional arena, and they belong to this group. They may have questions coming in from their clients, and then they go to this group and they throw out a question or maybe even a research article to discuss among the professionals. And so this main topic, now this really drew my attention because this debate has been going on since pretty much the beginning of health and fitness time, if you will. But what caught my eye was the title of the thread. The discussion was, "Are workouts a waste of time?" Well, this has been debated over and over again. Should you, when you're looking at fat loss, when you're looking at specific burning off fat to lose weight, is it better to just exercise, or is exercise going to do it more so than your diet, or is diet going to do it more so than your exercise program? So this has been debated over and over again. And so I wanted to see what are the professionals saying out there. So the thread directed my attention to an article that is called "Workouts, a Waste of Time for Fat Loss." Now, I hate to read to you guys, but I do want to share this information. So please forgive me if you feel like I am reading to you, but this information is super important. But this gentleman here, he is a personal trainer by the name of Steven, and he posed this question, which was awesome. And he has been in the industry for 18 years, and he is a personal trainer. And so he threw this question out there because what he found was pretty surprising. And then I have my own 2 cents worth to throw in there as well. But he says that the benefits of exercise, when he looked at 2 recent university studies, and they looked at exercise and diet, were compared to see which gave the better fat loss results. Exercise was not the winner. And to make matters even worse and possibly heretical, the use of a personal trainer did not enhance the results. So let's read further. So both studies have shown that you need to eat right. Proper nutrition is what made the significant difference against an exercise-only approach. So working out like a demon, using the latest exercise fad, and not focusing and staying well clear of the pies resulted in virtually no results. So check it out. The University of Texas study compared a sedentary group of 50 people for 12 weeks against a group that worked out with a personal trainer for 5 hours a week for 12 weeks. It was not as if they were only walking their dog or doing cardio, which is always getting bashed these days, but they were being effective for weight loss. They performed the right type of workouts, such as interval training, strength training. So they did it right. They followed a very strict exercise program. And then there was no change to either group's diets. And the exercise group won by shedding a monstrous 1.5 pounds. So you took a sedentary group and then you took an exercise group. And of course, the exercise group per person shed 1.5 pounds of fat. Now, in the next study, the setup was similar, except a subtle change in the exercise group's workout program as they performed 2 strength and 2 steady state cardio sessions per week. So the same duration as the last study. This time, the findings were no better. And again, 1.5 pounds of fat. So we have both groups exercising. There's no change in that. However, when they looked at nutrition for fat loss, there was a significant difference for those people that did watch their nutrition. All right, so what is this? Let's look into deeper. So we had other fitness professionals, health and fitness professionals, read through this study or read through this post. And so we have quite the number of people that are upset with this article. So we have Deborah Larson, and she says, based upon how long I have been working out on a consistent basis, that meaning 35 years, and being a group fitness instructor for the last 23 of those years, my proof is in the pudding that exercise over time is the winner. And frankly, I think studies like these do much more harm than any perceived good, insofar as getting this culture to realize that we have to be regularly active to stay healthy and control our weight. And all you have to do is look at the population, and the less active we've become, the more unhealthy, heavier we've become. Long-term diets are a massive failure. Long-term staying active is a win-win-win. So, Deborah, I have to kind of agree with you, because you have to look specifically at what you're doing with your diet. Are you being restrictive with your caloric intake? What are you eating? The majority of people, and let's take a look at, okay, you're going to, for those of you that are out there and you enjoy the Atkins diet, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Atkins diet and looking at why people, when the Atkins diet first came in on the scene back in the 80s, and it got rave reviews because people were dropping weight left and right. But guess what? They can't stick with that particular diet for a long period of time, because there is no way that an individual can remain totally carb free, eat all of ham and bacon and eggs and all of the things that are on an Atkins diet. Well, of course they were dropping weight left and right. They were only on 500 calories a day and absolutely no carbohydrates, fibers. Then I'm talking about the good carbohydrates, because people tend to lump sugar and junk food within the carbohydrate category, which is false. And so, of course, people were dropping weight left and right. And the purpose for the Atkins diet originally was that Dr. Atkins, he was a cardiovascular surgeon. He needed people that were obese to get into heart surgery as quickly as possible to save their lives. And in order for them to do that, if they were obese, then they needed to go on this diet to drop pounds quickly so that they can get into heart surgery. Now, the thing is, obviously, is that after the heart surgery and after they got the necessary care that they needed, of course, they're going to go off their diet, and quickly the weight, if they don't get a handle on proper nutrition, that weight's going to come back on. Now, I don't mean to specifically call out this one diet. There are many other diets out there that produce the same results, but there is no way that an individual can follow a particular fad diet for a long period of time. So individuals need to have a proper education on what to eat, what is healthy, and to eat on a regular basis every 3 hours, at least every 3 hours. Eat small. And again, our country has a jaded view on what a small portion size is or a small meal. And if you're eating every 3 hours about 5 to 6 small meals a day, and you want to have a combination of good carbohydrates, which are your fruits, your vegetables, your whole grains, and then a protein, which would be lean chicken or chicken breast, white meat. You can have peanut butter. Now you got to watch the fat in the peanut butter. You can have lean turkey, but all your lean meats, tuna fish, salmon is great. And then also you want to have a fat with your meal as well. So balance. Now fat is, again, I mentioned peanut butter is a good fat. You want to have almonds is a good source of fat. So these are examples of what would be a good combination for a meal. And you want to have your meal small to where you're going to be hungry again in 3 hours. You want to keep that metabolism stoked. So yeah, proper nutrition keeping that metabolism stoked, revving up so you're burning calories on a regular basis. But you cannot count out exercise. You have to have exercise in order to pull it all together. What that means is that you're going to improve your cardiovascular system. You're going to lower your resting heart rate. Of course, you're going to have all the health benefits of cardiovascular exercise. So you're going to reduce your resting heart rate. You are going to reduce your blood pressure. You're going to increase your lung capacity. And as you exercise more and more, you are going to improve what we call your VO2 max. Now, what is a VO2 max? VO2 max is the maximum amount of oxygen that you can consume in one breath and utilize by your working muscles. So if we were to test athletes out there, they have a high number, and we usually measure it by liters in volume. And we look at an athlete, they can consume a large amount of oxygen in one single breath to be utilized by the working muscles. So the more that you train cardiovascularly, that number will increase. Your VO2 max will increase. And then also another benefit is the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse within your cells. And you want to increase the number of mitochondria you have in your cells so that you can have an elevated metabolism, so that you can perform specific activities, and that your body the immune system is elevated as well. So the only way that you can really increase the number of mitochondria you have in your powerhouse is through cardio, endurance type of exercise movements. And then if you incorporate strength training into that, well, guess what? You are increasing your muscle tissue, and your muscle tissue is metabolically active tissue. Well, what does that do for fat burning? Well, that increases the amount of fat that you're going to burn while you're at rest. So when you are incorporating when you have a strength training program, you're increasing your muscle tissue, which therefore increases your metabolic system, or your resting metabolic system. So you're going to burn more fat, more calories at rest than if you did not have a strength training component. So, once again, this topic in terms of how you're going to burn off fat more, whether if you're going to do it through diet or if you're going to do exercise, gang, you have to do both. You absolutely must do both in order to get the maximum amount of fat burning going, utilizing energy. And mind you, the definition of fat, all fat is stored energy. And a lot of us have a lot more stored energy than others. So, what are you going to do to get that energy burned off? And so really, stop debating this. You have to do both. Shut up, and then we're done with it. Okay? All right. Very good. Next. That's my 2 cents worth with that one. So, and this is a perfect segue to get into, it's just an interesting topic, because I don't know what it is, but the buzz of today is all about burning fat. And I talk about the real basic formula for an individual to lose weight is really calories in, calories out. That's all it is. And you are going to lose weight if you expend more calories than you consume. That's it. But there is a lot more science behind it. There is a lot more physiological components that go into this, especially if you have a metabolic disease like diabetes, or, when people say I have a slow metabolism, no, you don't. No, you don't. Unless you have been diagnosed with a thyroid issue or a thyroid problem, or you've been diagnosed with diabetes, you don't have a slow metabolism. You are just not using your metabolism the way that you should. And if I'm speaking to you, and if you sound like I'm being too harsh, well, I think that we need to get a little bit more stringent on people. I think that we need to, just be a little bit more strong when we're giving information out there and we're educating individuals. I know we tend to be a little nice about it because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I get that. But the reality is that we have an epidemic on our hands. We have 69% of our population overweight or obese, and what are we going to do about that? Well, there's a lot of components that go into why we are out of control. And one of them is our economic state. It is a lot cheaper to go out and buy junk food. I mean, it really is. I mean, you know, when you've got on every Tuesday and Thursday $1.99 Happy Meal, where's the mom going to go? Where is she going to take her kids? Of course, she's going to take her minivan full of kids through McDonald's drive-thru to get that $1.99 Happy Meal. I mean, who wouldn't? It's cheap, it's fast, and the tummies are getting filled up, but it is crap. It is absolute crap. It's killing our kids. We're getting fatter than ever. We're stressed out more than ever. We live in a society where we're go, 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 fast, 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 stress, 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 and we are constantly reaching for the quickest, fastest thing that we can shove into our faces. And in order for us to eat properly, it's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of attention, a little bit of planning to do it properly. And yes, you will need to slow down and do it right. And here's the thing. If you guys can just take your Sundays in the afternoon, and a lot of people take Sundays, and that is family day. Well, what a better opportunity for you to take your family and plan out what you're going to do for the week, and get your little Glad Tupperware bowls and make up all the food. And if you can dedicate your Saturdays to the shopping and then the Sundays to the preparing, and get yourself a schedule, you're not gonna reach for, you know, that donut or that quick convenience store item on the way to work, because you have a plan and it is laid out for you, and you've got the apple, or you've got the apple with the peanut butter, or whatever your snack is that's good and you like it. Reach for that. It's already been planned out for you, and you have your lunch that you're taking with you to work, or you're on the road traveling around with the kids, taking them everywhere you need to go with them. So, you know, and I even speak to myself, you know, I've got to do the same thing. And it's a nice reinforcement for me, for my family at the same time. And we're all in this together. So, you know, the economic state that we have an issue, we're on the go, we're stressed out, we have to get to places quickly. So we need to just rein it in and plan. And guess what? If you're planning, you're not going to be as stressed out either. So it just kind of is like this nice, it's a nice snowball effect rather than a negative snowball effect. So I don't know why I got off on that tangent, because I just, you know, we're talking about fat burning and calorie burning in and out. So sorry if I got off on that little tangent. But the next little article that I want to talk about is how to torch fat in all 3 time zones. And I thought that this was really valuable information. I felt like this is a great nugget for everybody to hold on to. And let me talk about this. And that is, if you want to lose significant fat and get a lean, mean physique, you will have to maximize fat burning in all 3 time zones. Not 1, not 2, all 3. So what are these different time zones? I thought this was really cute, and I think this can stick with people and really help us to remember in order for us to maximize fat loss. Here it is. So take, for example, a person spending an hour on the treadmill or elliptical or whatever cardio machine you want. 60% of the fuel that he or she burns comes from fat. So this time zone number is considered the first time zone number 1, and this is the immediate zone. So when you're exercising and you are always in a combination of expending energy, and you're always combining fat and sugar in order to create that energy. So I'm going to just kind of break it down for you. This comes from physiology, exercise physiology 101, if you will. you have what's called an RER value, and that is respiratory exchange ratio. And that is how we measure if you're burning more fat or burning more sugar in a particular activity that you're performing. And the scale ranges from 0.8, meaning 100% fat burning, or 1.0, which is 100% sugar burning. So 0.8 to 1.0 on a continuum from 100% fat burning to 100% sugar burning. Now, we're rarely ever at the extremes on that continuum. It depends on what activity you're performing. Now, if you're just sitting down and you are in front of your computer right now and you're listening to this show, you are going to be closer to the fat burning number of 0.8. If you are out running a sprint right now, you are going to be closer to 1.0 in terms of burning sugar. But the question is, how many calories are you burning in that particular activity? So when obviously we know if you're sprinting, you're burning more calories than you are sitting. So do you understand when we talk about the continuum in terms of burning fat compared to burning sugars, and everybody wants to be in the fat burning zone? Well, once again, yes, take this information, consume it. It's nice to have that information, but once again, it comes back down to that God Almighty calorie. But this is pretty cool information. Once again, you have the immediate zone. You are going to burn more fat when you're running because now you've increased the number of calories you're burning. But look at it here. You are still pulling from your fat stores 60% coming from your fat than pulling from the sugar source or your glucose. You call that glucose. So that is the immediate zone when you're doing endurance type of work. All right. However, if you look at it from a broad perspective, that activity burns very little calories overall. So even though you're using 60% of fuel from fat, the value will be very less because the overall calories burnt is minimal. So when you're sitting down, of course, overall calories are less than if you were sprinting. Okay, so let's take a look at weight training. And I'll pull this together for you. If your head is spinning right now and you're not quite sure what the heck I'm talking about, I will pull you back in. All right, let's take a look at weight training. Weight training, when you are doing the activity, very little fat burning is occurring during the actual workout. And it has minimal fat burning in the immediate zone. However, due to something that's called, and we call this EPOC, EPOC, which stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Let me say that again. Excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC. In other words, we call it the afterburn effect. Because of that, weight training results in a much more predominant fat burning effect when you're out of the gym. So this second time zone is called residual zone. So our first time zone is while we're doing the exercise, we're burning fat, the immediate zone, and that is during cardio. We're going to burn more calories doing cardio than we are when we're weight training. But it is after we're finished weight training that fat burning mechanism will kick into place and we're going to burn more fat. So that is the residual zone. Now, finally, number 3, we have the cumulative zone. And that is getting lean is not just about burning fat a few days or a few months, only to get it all back later, right? So this is not short term, this is long term. And the ideal fat burning protocol is one that allows you to burn fat, not just in the immediate zone and not just in the residual zone, but rather prepares your body to become a fat burning furnace that keeps burning fat on a cumulative basis. And without this, a fat burning program is worth nothing. So you have 3 fat burning zones. I really like that. I thought that was pretty useful for people because yes, you're going to burn more fat, more calories as you're doing cardio activity. But once that cardio activity is over, then you're going to go right back to resting metabolic rate. So that is the immediate zone. When you add in strength training to your overall exercise program, because now you've increased that muscle tissue, which is metabolically active tissue, we call that the residual zone. So you are going to burn more fat after you're finished with that weight training session. And then you have the cumulative zone where you have a comprehensive program where you've got cardio and strength training. And let's just throw into the mix, you've got proper nutrition. You're refueling those muscles properly within 30 minutes of every weight training session or even every cardio session. You need to get in a good source of protein within 30 minutes of weight training, and then a good combination of carbohydrates and proteins within 30 minutes of your cardio session. You are going to now reach the cumulative zone where you are just going to be a little furnace machine out there, and you can't keep enough calories in your system. You can't eat enough because you're just going to be burning it off. So very good article out there. I'm going to be listing these on my Facebook page. So be looking for that. Carol Ann Miss Fit is my Facebook page. Now, some people are saying that they're having a difficult time finding that. So you can always find me on Facebook through my email address as well, which is Carol Ann, CarolAnn at steel-physique.com. And again, all this information is going to be on my Facebook page and also healthinforadio.com underneath the pulse so that you guys can find all of this fabulous information. So good stuff. All right. So, hey, Nolan out there, we are going to switch our attention to the E84 challenge. And just again to give you an overview of what this challenge is. Basically, this is a challenge that Evolve Health has put out there, and it is an 84-day challenge. Why 84, we ask? Well, you've got a lot of 90-day challenges out there, 60-day challenges. But when we looked at the research, really to make a change in your overall health and fitness program, it really takes a solid 12 weeks to not only make that change, but create a habit and then make it a lifestyle. And then your friends and your family members are going to notice all of the great changes that you're making in your life. But if you were to do the math, 12 weeks is about what it takes to be able to do that. And then if you were to take 12 times 7 days in a week, well, there you have it, 84 days. So that's how we came up with E84. And of course, E stands for Evolve Health. But we have on a regular basis during our show, we want to check in with our Evolve Health challengers to see how they're doing. And just to give you an overview of the program, we want everybody out there taking this program, because what we're doing is we're posing the question for you. Is there something about your health and fitness that you would like to change over the next 84 days? And everybody that we ask that question to, they always have something that they can improve upon within the next 84 days. And what the magic of this program is that once they pick what that health and fitness goal is for themselves, 84 days turns into another 84 days, and then another 84 days. And then magically, before one's eyes, they are establishing a healthy lifestyle for themselves. This is not a fad. This is not a back and forth. I'm going to do this for 84 days and then I'm going to stop. Well, guess what? After the first 84 days, there may be something else that you would like to achieve. So you accomplished that goal. Now we're going to move on to the next goal. So there are 3 categories in this challenge, and there's something for everybody. We have a burn category where if you want to lose weight, this burn category is for you. Then we have a fuel category, and this fuel category is for somebody who maybe needs to lose 5 more pounds, but they really want to focus on getting more energy, getting healthy, getting fit, And so they will enter the fuel category. Then we have the edge category, and that is for your fitness enthusiast, for your athlete out there, for your personal trainers, or for individuals who are already on a solid program. They're exercising, they're eating right, but they really want to either get past a plateau or they want to take their current program to the edge. Now, on the phone with me, I have a dynamite lady, and she is actually calling in from Maryland. If she isn't on the road traveling all over the United States, but she's from Maryland, and she is one of our E84 challengers, having huge success with this program. And she even has a partner to do it with her lovely husband. And so, do I have Tabitha Ricketts on the phone with me?
I most certainly am here, Carol Ann. Thank you so much. How are you this evening?
I am good. So, Tabitha, I want you to give us your background in terms of why you took a look at this program with Evolve Health and what interests you with this program, and then talk about how powerful it is to have your partner, your husband, doing the program. So I'm just going to give the floor over to you, and I know that you have special things that appeal to you most about this program.
Absolutely, Carol Ann. Well, again, thank you so much for allowing me to come on the show today, and just talk and, share with everyone, my story and why I selected Evolve Health and why I had to get really, really serious about, what we were going to do with our health. When I say what I'm speaking of my family, my husband and I. Last year, I guess about September time frame, I remember saying to my husband, I just don't feel that well. And although I am particularly petite myself, I lacked the energy. I just used to sleep all the time. I just really didn't feel good at the end of the day. And, on the other hand, my husband, in fact, had went from, being a very fit guy to 261 pounds. And it was so much in a way that was affecting his health that he was starting to have circulation problems inside of his feet. And, he would complain constantly about how hard his feet was and the blood wasn't flowing properly to his feet. So, we kind of looked at each other and said, well, we're not eating well. We're not doing the proper things that we need to do to get ourselves healthy. So, let's make a commitment and say that we're going to get healthy going into the new year. So my husband and I both agreed that was something we definitely wanted to do. And to come to find out from our doctor diagnosis that he was pre-diabetic, headed to the diabetes arena. And so we knew it was very serious for our family to get healthy. And so we had hired a personal trainer, started going to the gym. After being in the gym for about 2 weeks, I got very lightheaded one morning. And my personal trainer asked me, are you eating in the morning before you come to the gym? And I could tell you one of the horrible habits I had was not eating breakfast. I just have never been a person that like breakfast food because I don't like a lot of sweet things. So I was like, no, I'm not eating breakfast. He said, well, you have to do some type of nutrition in the morning before you come to the gym. And when I asked him what did he recommend, he said, you should do some type of protein shake or some type of supplement that's not too heavy on your stomach but will give you all the vitamins and nutrients that you needed. So I asked him, can he refer me to a shake or something to take? And he said, well, just go down to the GNC. They got tons of stuff. Now, guys, when I went there, I tell you there's something dynamic that happened. It was so much stuff that I had no idea what would work well for me. I didn't know what was going to taste good. And I was just like, oh, my God, all these products, how do I make a decision? Well, I left there overwhelmed and not making a decision. And when I got home that night, I told my husband, I said, the personal trainer said I need a protein shake. He said, yeah, I need one too. And I was like, well, I couldn't make a decision. There's just so much stuff out there. At that very evening, we had a very good friend of ours had called us and told us about this company, Evolve Health. They flew us out to Texas to meet the owners. And this is what I was really impressed with. I was impressed with the vision that they had to help 8.4 million people around the world get healthy. And it wasn't a weight loss company. It was a company that was about total wellness. So whether or not you needed to lose weight, if you was a person like me that needed more energy, just really didn't feel good on a day-to-day basis, or if you was already very athletic, you could take your physique to a whole nother level. So I was like, wow, okay, I really like what I'm seeing here. I like the vision. And they had showed me other solutions where individuals going through our 84-day program had major results. And I was like, okay, well, let us try it. So we got back to our marketplace, and my husband and I started trying the products. Literally, after 2 days, the amount of energy that I had, I felt like I could fly. And I was like, wow, I feel so good. No longer did I have to take that 2 o'clock nap that I would take it every single day. As an entrepreneur, I work from home, so every day I would take a nap at 2 o'clock. I didn't need that anymore. And then on the other hand, 30 days later, when I looked at my husband, guys, I tell you right now, I was so elated. He went from 260 pounds down to 230 pounds just simply by having one shake a day. Now, guys, he didn't join the gym with me. He said, no, I don't need to do a personal trainer. And he said, you don't need to do a personal trainer either. You know, I can help you with your getting back into your condition. I looked at him and said, bud, you're 260 60 pounds. There's no way you can help me. But nevertheless, you know, here it is now. This is the second phase of the 84 days that we're going through, and I can tell you that he's now 220 pounds, lean, look really good. I can tell you that I have reduced inches in my waist. I feel really good. I now run, 3 nights a week on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, back up to my 2 miles. So I tell you, Carol Ann, this company has absolutely been responsible for changing the dynamics of my family's life, and I'm so grateful for the individual, my friend, that called me and introduced me to Evolve, and I'm so grateful that so many of my family members, so many of my friends are having the same exact results. I mean, across the board, we have people that are losing weight. They're being able to get rid of their prescribed medications, individuals that are being free, from the burdensome of having, high prescription bills and things of that nature. Then we have individuals like me that have more energy, feel back in their college days. And then we have guys that are already very athletic and say, wow, this product is a great supplement for the program that I'm already on, and it's taking my physique to another level. So thank you again, Carol Ann, so very much for inviting me to the call to speak today. But I tell you, Evolve Health is life-changing for so many of us. And although we're now at the ultimate weight that we want to be at, we will take these products every single day. And the reason we would take these products every day, because we all need a multivitamin. We all need the proper vitamins and nutrients on a daily basis. So we will always be a product of this product because of the way it has made us feel. Thank you very much.
That is awesome. I have a couple questions for you. How, with this program, what has it done for your particular relationship? Because I know that with couples, if one person is on a program and they're really hitting it hard and the other one is not, sometimes that kind of creates a little bit of friction. So how has that changed your relationship, and with you two being able to do it together?
Well, Carol Ann, now you're getting into my personal. You tell everyone that's on the radio show. However, before Evolve, my husband and I was really struggling in our marriage. And what I meant by that is, I constantly was harassing him about the fact that he's getting really, really heavy, to the tune that when he would get in the bed, I would roll into him and I would just get aggravated. It's like, get out the bed. I can't sleep. I keep rolling into you. And so when we made this decision, it was both of us making the decision together, and there were some challenges there with our marriage, the physique, and I hate to say this, and I don't want to sound vain, but the luster of our marriage, the flame had dimmed a little. It just wasn't the attraction that was normally there. Now, I've always loved my husband. I don't want anybody to mistake what I'm saying. I've always loved him, but the physical attraction had dimmed a little bit. However, when we started changing and started going to the gym together and being accountable to each other and holding each other accountable, I started shopping in the grocery store different. I started cooking different in the household. And as a result of that, we both are now, back in our pre-dating days again. So it has totally a big light flaming now, on this candle. And we just feel really good. And we're out together, promoting this together. We're doing business together. We feel like we're back in our early years of our marriage again. It just really feels good. And then to the tune that we have a 12-year-old son, and we were walking one day, and our son said, oh, y'all all fit, and I'm fat. And it just broke our heart. We were just
Oh.
crushed. And it was like, oh my God. So now we have our 12-year-old son. He does a shake a day as well, getting up in the school early in the morning, trying to prepare breakfast. He prefers now just to have his shake. He's like, oh, this tastes so good. So we'll do bananas, different fruits and things like that inside of his shake. And so it had really caused a revolution to, span across our family, that everybody is really now, dead set on being healthy forever, because we see the epidemic and the crisis that we have out here in the world, with, people being challenged physically, they're being challenged, with their health. So thanks, Carol Ann.
Yeah, and thank you, Tabitha,
Oh,
for
my
being
husband is
transparent.
going to kill me. I used to call him Chubby Hubby.
No. But you know what? I mean, that is so important, because there are a lot of people that are in the same boat, and it takes people like you that have come across, come out on the other side, to be able to be transparent and to share your story, because it does help other people, because we have a lot of couples that struggle with the what and it's so funny, and I'm gonna keep you just for one more minute here while I share this, but
That's fine.
yesterday, now my AKA title is Closet Couch Potato, even though I am a health and fitness expert. There's this one show, you remember the King of Queens? I don't know if you know, with Kevin James on there, and
Yeah.
yes, well, there's something really sexy about Kevin James, even though he's a full-figured man. And they just had an episode on yesterday where Carrie, she's a hot mama, and Kevin James, he started to lose weight and started to get a lot of attention from a lot of people, and she started to get a little jealous. And so I thought, that is an interesting phenomenon that occurs when one person of the couple, it seems to be a little bit elevated when it comes to looks and physique and that, and then when the other one starts to creep up and kind of be their equal, so to speak, maybe that's not such a positive outcome. I mean, it's just an interesting dynamic when you're looking at couples and their health and their fitness, and what is that interaction. So we all have issues with that, with our significant others, and dealing with this. So I really want to thank you for sharing your experience, and because somebody is going to listen to you, and they're going to be able to make a change and for the better, and move into their journey as well. So Tabitha, you are rocking it, sister. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Carol, and I truly appreciate you giving me the opportunity. And I do pray today, someone that is listening to this call, that it will motivate a wife or a husband, to get their sexy back,
Yes.
to fall in love all over again, to be healthy together, to challenge their families together. So I pray that someone was impacted by this, because I know the difference it has made in my family. And Lord knows I want my husband around for a long time, and I know he wants me around for a long time. And when we want to enjoy our children, we want to enjoy our grandkids, we want to live a very long life, and we don't want to be plagued by medications and be crippled, by not being healthy. So thank you so much, Carol Ann.
Thanks, Tabitha. We'll talk at you later. Have a great
one.
Okay,
take care.
All right. All right, gang. So, I just wanted to thank everybody for listening today. Thank you for Tabitha for coming on and sharing her progress with her E84 challenge. And if you are interested in getting involved in the challenge yourself, you can always Facebook me. You can email me, Carol Ann at steel-physique.com, and I will be happy to share with you the information on how you can get involved with the E84 challenge and start making positive changes in your life, moving in that direction of freedom within your body. Well, gang, thank you all so much for listening today, and just want to hear from you and find out how many times did we say the word workout today. And you can Facebook me, let me know and tell me how many times we said that. And you can post on there and let us know what's going on. Always, if you have any questions, we would love to answer them for you on air. That way we can continue to get the proper information out there and move towards a positive, healthy, and fit journey and lifestyle. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to turn in every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at www.healthinforadio.com, where you will definitely have your finger on the pulse with Carol Ann.
You have been listening to The Pulse on healthinforadio.com every Tuesday, 12:30 to 1:30 Eastern Standard Time.